Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Raw. This show is brought to you by THQ, and up next is a Rumble for the Gold, once again for the Unified Tag Team Championships. They were vacated on the last in an untelevised show. They were vacated because the previous champions decided to put up the titles to go after the World Tag Team Championships, or the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championships, excuse me. But they lost, and as such, the titles were vacated, and now we have to crown yet new champions again. So, like last time, it's going to be 9 teams of 2, which adds up to 18 competitors, plus 2 wild cards. So, with that said, let's begin. Alright, match underway as we have Eddie Guerrero and Mankind as number 1 and number 2 respectively. Mankind is one of 2 wild card entrants, so it's going to be interesting to see if these 2 men can last a very long time, especially when it's out of 20. So there are still 18 other competitors yet to have yet entered. So we're going to find out if their teammates can come to their rescue at some point. As Eddie Guerrero fights back and he's still in the matchup. Who's up now? Oh, that's Bradshaw. One half of the Acolytes, and we're going to find out who he's going to be going after. As Eddie Guerrero, he manages to... Wow, nice athleticism on the part of Eddie Guerrero. As Mankind once again goes right after Eddie Guerrero. And now Eddie Guerrero in trouble as Bradshaw just stands there. I guess he's not in any real hurry to get into the fight. And out goes Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero is gone. So one half of Sábado Heat, that's him and Don Francisco as a team. So one half of Sábado Heat is gone, so it's Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero gone, as Mankind's going to fight back against Bradshaw. Alright, who's up now? It is... Oh, that's Animal. Well, here comes Animal. And I'll be interested to see who he goes after, as Bradshaw is in a lot of trouble at the hands of Mankind. Wow! Mankind has already eliminated 2 men. First it was Eddie Guerrero, and now it's Bradshaw. So now it's Mankind that's taking over this matchup, and a DDT onto Animal. I'll tell you what, folks, and a... Whoa, nice drop kick on the part of Mankind. You know, you don't see that from Mankind very often. And, oh, and a nice hard whip onto the corner, and then a Bulldog right to Mankind. And a DDT onto Animal, and now who's going to be up next? Or who's it? Alright, so now we have Don Francisco. I mean, we saw his partner Eddie Guerrero get eliminated. So now we're going to see if, yeah, naturally he's going right after Mankind. Didn't take too kindly, no pun intended, to Mankind getting rid of Eddie Guerrero. And now he's going to make him pay for it. And Animal, yeah, he's also going after Mankind. I guess he realizes how much of a threat Mankind truly is. And before Mankind could do anything to Animal... Don Francisco goes right after Mankind. An atomic drop onto Mankind. And now who's up now? Oh, we have Christian. So we have one half of Edge and Christian. We saw Edge in the last match defeat Joseph Kony. I have something in my throat, sorry. But Joseph Kony was defeated by Christian's tag team partner, Edge. And Edge is also in this matchup, so, you know, the fact that Edge didn't get hurt a lot in that matchup allowed him to compete in this match. So, I'll be interested to see when Edge comes out to the ring because, you know, the fact that he was able to luck out so far is to his credit and to his benefit. A back suplex on the Don Francisco as Mankind continues where he left off on Animal, and out goes Animal. So he would have eliminated Animal had it not been for Don Francisco, and now Mankind is going to go right after Don Francisco. Who's up now? Well, there's... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, are you serious? Okay, it turns out that X-Pac actually faked an injury so he can be in this matchup at 100%. Oh my god, that sneaky son of a gun. I should have realized he was doing that, but, you know... But you know what? He is coming in fairly early, so, you know, he may be paying for this later on. As Mankind just gives him an elbow for his trouble. As Don Francisco, yeah, he's a little bit too big at this point and too fresh for Christian to get rid of. As both Mankind and Don Francisco are in trouble. Don Francisco fights back. And out goes Mankind. So Mankind is eliminated, but he took out 3 men, and oh no. Folks, that's gotta be Kane. That's gotta be Kane. As Kane makes his way in the ring, although he does not have the luxury of entering at number 19 like he did last time, he's gonna have to go a much longer way than he did last time in order to win. So if you're X-Pac and you're Christian and you're pretty much the rest of the competition, you would be better served to get rid of Kane at this point because, you know, Kane is dangerous. He is big and he is bad. But they're too busy fighting each other, and Kane is just doing the smart thing and just allowing them to go in there and kill each other. And now Kane is going to just take over on X-Pac. Well, here comes Hawk. As Kane is now going to try to get rid of Christian. And a forearm right to Kane. And a suplex onto Kane. And another one from Hawk. If any one man could take on Kane one-on-one, it probably would be Hawk. I mean, he's big and strong enough to take him on, and he's a little bit lighter than Kane, yeah, but he can move for a man his size. As X-Pac and Christian still fighting each other for some odd reason, I don't know why. Or, you know what, maybe it's because Christian didn't appreciate what X-Pac did. And speak of the devil, here comes Edge, the man that replaced X-Pac in the last match and won against Joseph Kony. Now I know that Joseph Kony for sure is not in this match. However, I would think that he would get a little bit of retribution onto X-Pac for having, you know, faked an injury. And X-Pac going right after Christian. And now Christian thrown out of the ring by X-Pac. So Christian is eliminated. And I don't think that's going to make Edge any happier. Now X-Pac goes after Edge. And now Edge going to return the favor onto X-Pac. But he goes after Hawk instead. And now it's Kane going right back to X-Pac. Alright, who's up now? Well, here comes Farouk. We already saw Bradshaw in this matchup, and now we're going to see Farouk. And last time Farouk, I think if I remember correctly, he drew the third best number. But having entered this early, well, earlier than he did last time, he's going to have a long road to hole, excuse me. And X-Pac just holding on for everything he has. But he's hanging in there, man. Kane just trying to get rid of him, but he can't. Nope, can't do it. Elbow right to the head of Edge. And on a inverted backbreaker onto Farouk. I mean, Farouk is big and strong, but... Well, out goes X-Pac at the hands of Hawk, so I guess turnabout is fair play. I mean, I guess that's what you get for, faking an injury. I mean, well, at the least he didn't win. But we still have one other representative of D-Generation X who I still do not know who it will be, but anyway, we have one half of the New Age Outlaws, and this is the first time we see them in the match, so they lucked out pretty much at this point. And a knee right to the gut of Farouk. And now it looks like Kane is starting to tire out. I mean, that's because guys are double teaming him, triple teaming him. In fact, that's pretty much what you got to do against Kane, because one-on-one, you're not going to be able to beat him straight up. You have to team up with him, or team against him, rather, excuse me. And out goes Kane. So Farouk was able to, beat up Kane a little bit, just enough for him to get him out. So Kane is gone, so that's a huge threat in the match out. I mean, you have Billy Gunn, who's pretty strong himself, and then you have Hawk, who's pretty strong, although he's starting to weaken a little bit. And then you have Farouk, also pretty strong, and then there's Edge, who has this tremendous upside. And now, wait a minute. Who is that guy? I know that he's one of the wild card entrants, but wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Oh my god. Folks, that's Bob Saget! Bob Saget from Full House. What is he doing here? Wow, Bob Saget is here? I mean, just like Don Francisco did when he made his debut, he's debuting here. And while that happens, Farouk is gone. So Farouk is gone at the hands of Edge, as Bob Saget's going to go right after Edge. A back suplex onto Edge. And now Billy Gunn is going to try to get rid of Hawk. And out goes Hawk. Meanwhile, here comes Mr. McMahon. So you have Mr. McMahon making his way into the ring, and now a suplex onto Bob Saget. Oh, nice tilt-a-whirl slam onto Mr. McMahon. And a nice drop kick onto Billy Gunn. And down goes Bob Saget, but Bob Saget fights back a little bit. Alright, who's up now? Oh, it's the Road Dogg. So here comes Billy Gunn's tag team partner, the Road Dogg, Jesse James. And you have both of the New Age Outlaws in the ring at the same time. And I don't think it's going to bode well for the remaining competitors because, well, that's the thing. I mean, they got to, work together to get rid of the Outlaws. And out goes Mr. McMahon at the hands of Billy Gunn. And out goes Edge at the hands of Bob Saget. Oh, wait a minute. Now we have Bob Saget and the New Age Outlaws, and they're fighting each other for some odd reason. I don't know why. And a knee right to the back of Bob Saget, and then a knee smash onto Billy Gunn from Bob Saget. Excuse me, not... You know what I mean, folks. Now, wait. Who is that? Wait. Is that who... Wow. Folks, that's Triple H, but he has changed his name, or rather reverted back to his original ring name, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. So you have Hunter Hearst Helmsley in the ring, and he's going after Billy Gunn. And as far as Helmsley and Saget are concerned, they're going to have to team with each other to get rid of at least one of the New Age Outlaws, which just happened to be Road Dogg. And Road Dogg, he didn't even last longer than his tag team partner, Billy Gunn, did. I find that very hilarious, but, you know, things like that can happen. And now, who's up now? Well, here comes Shane McMahon. We saw Mr. McMahon, and now we have Shane McMahon. As Hunter Hearst Helmsley going to try to get rid of Billy Gunn. He throws Billy Gunn over the top rope, but Billy Gunn still holds on. And Billy Gunn just holding on. Meanwhile, here comes Shane McMahon. Oh, wow. Shane just decked Bob Saget right to the floor. And Billy Gunn stays in. He stays in. I don't know how, but he did. A DDT onto Shane McMahon. A snap suplex onto Helmsley. Oh, whoa! Man, you talk about getting owned, as the kids are saying these days. Wow, you talk about getting kicked in the face. That's exactly what happened to Shane McMahon. Oh no! Here comes the Prophet, and unlike last time, he actually drew himself a much better number, better than even his partner Kane. So for the Prophet, he's going to have to take advantage of the fact that he drew a better number, but there's still a few other teams that have yet to even enter this match. So that's another thing he has to worry about. As Billy Gunn going to go right after the Prophet. And a nice drop toe hold facebuster onto Billy Gunn. And Bob Saget's still in the ring, doing pretty well for himself in his debut match. Oh, the priest kick, and that actually busted open Billy Gunn. So the priest kick lands its mark. Well, here comes the MVP from the last Rumble for the Gold, and that is the British Bulldog. Now, if I remember correctly, he entered at number 6 and lasted all the way to number 18, if I'm not mistaken. But now he drew himself a considerably better number. Now I would have to think that the British Bulldog has to be among the odds-on favorites to win. And now, wait a minute. An atomic drop sends Billy Gunn over the top rope and out. So Billy Gunn, with the loss of blood, yeah, it was only a matter of time before he got taken out. And now, Helmsley stayed in there. And now, the Prophet going to go right after the British Bulldog. A suplex on a Bob Saget. Who's up now? Oh, wow. You have both members of the Hart Foundation entering at around near the same time, you know, back to back. So this is not going to bode well for the rest of the competition. So they're going to have to either get rid of Bret Hart or the British Bulldog if they have any chance of winning. And now, who's Bret Hart going to go after? And Bob Saget stayed in. I don't know how, but he did. And why is the Hart Foundation fighting each other? Yeah, now they're fighting each other. What the heck, man? I mean, that's your own teammate, damn it. What are you doing? Well, now the Prophet going after the British Bulldog. And now Triple H just getting double teamed, or not Triple H, excuse me, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, now that he's changed his name. And a knee right to the arm of the Prophet, not that I mind it, pretty much, personally, as the British Bulldog gonna take out Bob Saget, who has been in there for a while. And now, wait, what's wrong with Helmsley? Well, out goes Bob Saget. I mean, he just did not stand much of a chance against the British Bulldog, especially now that, you know, that the British Bulldog was fresh. And it looks like Hunter Hearst Helmsley is hurt. I don't know how badly hurt he is, but a suplex onto the Bulldog. And out goes Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and, well, it looks as if, yeah, Hunter Hearst Helmsley was busted open. I didn't see that, but now, wait, the Prophet still, not, wow, nice left hook. I'll give him some credit for fighting against the British Bulldog. Oh, but now he's the one that's outnumbered. Yep, this confirms it. These three men are the final three. You have the Prophet, the leader of Doom, and both members of the Hart Foundation. Well, make that one member because Bret Hart just took out his own partner. What do you do that for? Now, I understand that the fact that you can win a lot of money by winning a match by yourself is one thing, but come on. That's your own partner, damn it. Well, I mean, it works out for the Prophet. Big break for him because to take on both members of the Hart Foundation, that's kind of like career suicide, even for the Prophet. But instead, he's just going to take on Bret Hart by himself. And by himself, I mean Bret Hart. And now Bret Hart, just relentless, going to try to get rid of the Prophet. Thrown over the top rope is the Prophet. But is he going to get rid of him? No, he stays in. But now the Prophet fights back. A back suplex onto Bret Hart. Ooh, nice kick onto the Prophet. Ooh, nice gut shot onto Bret Hart. Oh, but Bret Hart manages to recover just enough. But yeah, I mean, the Prophet is one man away from regaining the Unified Tag Team Championships, and for Bret Hart, he is one man away from winning it for himself and the British Bulldog. I mean, they really lucked out drawing the last two numbers. But the fact that Bret Hart took out his own teammate in the process, that could come back to bite him in the butt. Although the Prophet is starting to weaken at this point. Although the Prophet's still fighting back with everything he has. A neckbreaker onto Bret Hart. And now, wait, what's he doing here? Oh no, wait a minute. A pile driver onto Bret Hart. Although Bret Hart didn't, yeah. You're gonna have to do more than that to Bret Hart if you're gonna win. Although a suplex will definitely soften him up. I'll tell you one thing, this is a battle. I mean, you have the leader of Doom and then you have Bret Hart. And now wait, what's Bret Hart doing? Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Wow! A powerbomb over the top rope, onto the floor, to the Prophet, and the winner, on behalf of the Hart Foundation, is Bret Hart, and the new tag team, the new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Bret Hart and the British Bulldog, the Hart Foundation. So the Hart Foundation have won a championship. If I recall correctly, they didn't even win anything last year. last season rather. They didn't even win a championship last season, so the fact that Bret Hart and the British Bulldog have finally won a title. Actually, no, the British Bulldog was the World Wrestling Federation champion, but Bret Hart wasn't. So for Bret Hart, I mean, this is huge for him and the Bulldog to become the Unified Tag Team Champions. And if I am the Mario Brothers at this point, I would be paying attention right now to the Hart Foundation, because these are two guys that can get it done in the ring. They got it done in the ring in the World Wrestling Federation. I don't see how they can... Did I say World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championships? Excuse me, I meant to say the Unified Tag Team Champions. Excuse me. My fault. But still, they got it done in the World Wrestling Federation. So we'll find out what's going to happen next right after this.